During a family vacation, my 8-year-old came out of the pool shaking and said, "Dad's girlfriend told me to swim to the deep end even though she knows I can't swim." My son Milo was soaking wet, shaking so hard his teeth were clicking, lips tinted blue. He'd been in the resort pool with my ex-husband Vaughn and Vaughn's girlfriend Petra while I was checking us in. The trip was my idea. Co-parenting vacation, separate rooms, shared kid. Vaughn brought Petra without telling me. She showed up with a rolling suitcase and a smile that never reached her eyes. I swallowed it because making a scene wasn't going to help Milo. Now my son was dripping pool water onto the carpet, telling me Petra told him to swim to the deep end. Milo can't swim. He's terrified of water deeper than his chest. Took lessons last summer and panicked so badly, the instructor recommended waiting a year. Vaughn knows this. What exactly happened? She said I should try the deep end because that's how you learn. She said real boys aren't scared of water. Where was Dad? He went to get drinks. She waited until he left. What happened when she told you? I said no. She kept telling me. Then she said she'd tell Dad I was being a baby and he'd be disappointed. I wanted to get out and she blocked the ladder. She blocked the ladder? She stood in front of it and said I couldn't get out until I tried. I went around her and slipped and went under. I couldn't touch the bottom. I kept going under and coming back up and she was watching. I grabbed the wall and pulled myself out on the other side. I held Milo until the shaking slowed. Then I walked to the pool. Vaughn was in a lounger with 2 drinks. Petra was in the shallow end, floating on her back like nothing happened. I walked to Vaughn. Your girlfriend blocked our son from getting out of the pool and watched him nearly drown. He sat up. What? She told him to swim to the deep end, blocked the ladder when he tried to leave, and he went under multiple times. Petra pushed her sunglasses up. That's not what happened. He was playing. He went under for a second and I was right there. I turned to Vaughn. She waited until you left. She told him you'd be disappointed if he didn't try. He looked at me, then at Petra, weighing whose version was more convenient. She wouldn't do that. Our son is shaking and his lips are blue. Kids exaggerate, Petra said from the pool, like she was commenting on the weather. I turned to Vaughn. There are cameras. Every pool at this resort has security cameras. I want the footage. Petra's sunglasses came off. That's completely unnecessary. I'm asking the front desk right now. Vaughn, tell her she's overreacting. Vaughn was looking at Petra differently. Why don't you want her to see the footage? I was already walking to the lobby. Petra followed me, dripping wet. Let's just talk about this like adults. We don't need to involve the hotel. She grabbed my arm. I looked at her hand, then her face. She let go. Front desk manager pulled footage in 11 minutes. 4 angles. Crystal clear. Petra waiting until Vaughn walked away. Talking to Milo, pointing at the deep end. Milo shaking his head no. Milo trying to climb the ladder. Petra stepping in front of it, arms crossed. Milo going around, slipping, going under, coming up gasping, going under again, grabbing the wall, pulling himself out alone. Petra watching from 3 feet away without moving. Vaughn wasn't looking at the screen by the end. He was looking at the floor. The manager asked if we wanted resort security. I said yes, and asked for a copy on a USB drive. Petra left that night. Vaughn sat by the pool with Milo the next morning and didn't let him out of arm's reach for 3 days. On the last night, Milo asked if Petra was coming back. Vaughn said no. Milo said, good, because she has mean eyes. My custody lawyer has the footage.